From the studios of Foxboro Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Hi, I'm your host, Tim Green, and welcome to Around Foxborough. Tonight we have with us Lori Coe and James C. Ferguson. How are you guys tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Doing well.
You guys are co-hosting Foxtales. You guys want to tell us a little bit about exactly what that is?
Sure. So Foxtales is a local storytelling event that's held at the Marilyn Rodman Theater. And it was started by Jared Craig, who hosted it for 3 seasons as a volunteer and did a ton of work to get this program up and running. We have local people come and tell stories that are related to a general theme. And it's a fun time. And we're excited to be taking over from Jared starting in October to keep moving this program forward and hopefully growing it. We're really interested in getting storytellers and people to come listen. So do you want to add anything, James?
I think, Jared Craig started the event with a grant from the Mass Cultural Council 3 years ago. He did it for 3 seasons, and they do the show in the small space at the Marilyn Rodman Theater. He is stepping down this year. We are taking over. And the show runs, it's once a month, Thursday nights, 7 o'clock. We're trying to get people to come out. We're signing up storytellers for the season. Now, each month kind of has a theme, like a rough theme where, that you can tell your story around. And then we're trying to get people to come out to see the shows as well. So.
Okay. And how exactly did Foxtales come to be?
My understanding, and this is sort of a Jared question, and Jared's not here, but my understanding is that the theater at the Marilyn Rodman, they have their big space, the 400-seat space, and they have this small room that they call the gallery space. It's about 35 seats, and they were trying to figure out things to do with this room, and then Jared applied for a grant to kind of to do a storytelling night, and he was looking for something that would bring the community together, get people off their phones, out of the house, connect. And he came up with this idea called Foxtales, Tales, you see. I think he was really the spearhead that kind of got it going. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to, and then, like I said, he'll step down, and then we'll take over this season.
Okay, so you guys both, before co-hosting, were storytellers yourself.
Yep.
Correct?
I've told 2 stories, I think.
Yeah, we each did a few. I don't know, did you do any more than last season? I did a couple last season, maybe one the season before.
I think I did one the season before and then one last season.
Yeah.
Now, what drew you guys to that medium?
Well, I have children, so I wanted to get out of my house.
I could tell some stories. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I know.
Oh, that's where we were going with that.
No, my wife was like, I would like you to get out of the house.
That's why I'm here.
Go find something to do. A kid, but it is nice. We do spend a lot of time, isolated in your routine at your job, on your phone, on screens. So it's nice to find things where you can, connect with other people and do a thing that gets you out of the house, but also is a fun thing in your community.
Yeah. So I really like the Moth Radio Hour, and it's a storytelling national event that has live shows and a podcast. And I had heard about Foxtales from a friend and instantly wanted to go check it out. And my friend told a story that night that was just very moving, and she won. And I was hooked. And I try to go every month. Okay.
Can you walk me through the process of selecting the storytellers and how that goes?
So there's a sign up. We have, if we can zoom in, there's a website here where people can sign up to tell a story. Again, there's themes for each month, but they can be loosely interpreted. There's generally 5 to 6 storytellers a night.
I think, 4 to 6, something like that.
4 to 6. The stories should be no more than 5 to 7 minutes, so it's a brief story. And we're excited to have people sign up and hear their stories.
Okay.
Yeah, each month has a theme.
Okay.
and there's a different theme each month, and the themes are kind of like a prompt. They're kind of
Yeah,
loose.
if you don't mind me asking, how did you come up with the themes exactly? How did that go?
So we make them up. I mean, so there have been a few that were really successful. So the December one is called The Most Wonderful / Awful Time of the Year. So that's been really popular. And then, around October, there's always been sort of a Halloween, what I think this year's Tricks. Last year was
yes.
Treats. So it's somewhat related to the season. I think January is new. It's Turning Points this year. I think last year it was new. We Love Love is February, and that's always been, I think that's been the same theme for the past 3 seasons, and we're sticking with it for season 4 because it's also very popular. So, but then we added new this year, Potpourri, which is anything goes. So you can tell a story about anything, no particular theme. And then we've added audience choice.
Yes. So
this year.
One thing where I think so the May show is going to be an audience choice show. So we're still trying to work out how this is going to go. But between the first show in September and I think February or maybe January, people can vote. They can come to the show and they can vote on a theme, and they can also email us and tell us theme ideas, and we'll collect them and let the audience pick somehow in the spring for the May show.
Okay.
So it can be a little more interactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you hope audience members take away from the show?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I just
Thank
hope I hope people come out and have a good time. I hope people, my goal, and I think your goal too, is to create a safe environment so people can feel free to tell, a serious story if they want to, or a funny story, kind of whatever they want to. They do not have to memorize the stories. They can write them down. We do encourage people to rehearse the story ahead of time, so you don't end up with a 20-minute monologue. But hopefully people, I think it's a good, it's a good opportunity for people to, connect, meet some people, have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope people come away having felt emotions from other people's stories, right? Laugh, cry, enjoy these stories. They're really unique stories. I mean, every time I go, I come away blown away by the stories. So, and it, like James was saying, it's really such a great way to connect and just understand that we all have so much in common, and the shared humanity of what we all go through. And it's a great opportunity to meet other people that you don't know in town.
And sit and listen too. And how often you get to do that, really? And just
Yeah,
learn about people
listen.
and- yeah.
Absolutely. And then getting connections from different people and different perspectives and different
Right.
things you may not have known about, or I do think it's a pretty warm, positive environment. So people should not feel. I've heard from a couple of people who are like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do that. That sounds very scary." And
It's public speaking.
it is public speaking,
Right, so
and,
that's
and,
number one
but,
fear.
But hopefully the goal is, it's a pretty warm room, pretty fun room, pretty nice room. People are very supportive and kind. So hopefully, if they want to come check out a show, I would say, well, if you're unsure, come check out a show. But if you want to sign up for a storyteller, we are signing up storytellers now for the season. So if people are looking for something to do, I keep saying, I encourage everyone to just, go to the website, which is the theater's website, mrpac.art. And the website should have the dates, the themes, an email address to contact the show. Current show is usually on sale, you can get tickets. But yeah, all the information is on the website. So if people want to go to the website and check it out, and then drop us an email. And
Try and sign up.
yeah.
Have there been any specific stories that have really connected with the audience that you can recall?
All of them. I really, truly think all of them. So at the end, people vote for what was their favorite story. And oftentimes everyone's milling around the room saying, "I loved your story, I loved your story, I loved your story." One that comes to mind was Pride. Last year, was it May or June, the theme was Pride. And I felt like that was a really special show. A lot of people shared their sort of coming out stories, my sister included. And, that's a brave thing to do.
Absolutely.
And several of them were really funny.
Yeah.
But that was a great show, and some of those stories really stuck with me.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit of a roulette wheel, but I think in a good way. You usually, the host, and we try to build the shows so it's a little bit of a mix, and you don't have like a whole night of comedic stories or a whole night of dramatic stories. But each one's different, and each one has something, which is the cool part. Is you never quite know what you're going to get, but each story comes from an interesting place and has an interesting thing. Although I do think it's worth mentioning what you said is that the audience votes. So the audience votes at each show for what they call the best of. I mean, really, everyone's a winner. They support everyone just by coming out. But the audience does vote on a winner. And this year, what's the prize this year for each show? Each winning storyteller will get
a $50 gift card to Union Straw that's donated by Union Straw, which is amazing. And then the best of show, so the winners from each month come back and tell their winning story in September. And I think the prize is a $100 gift card to Union Straw.
I think so.
And we're grateful to Union Straw for donating all of those gift cards.
Absolutely. So you support all the storytellers just by coming out and buying a ticket and showing up. And that's, in that sense, every storyteller is a winner, but the audience does get to pick a winner for the evening, and that winner does get a $50 gift card to Union Straw, which I think is very generous and kind of cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. With it being such a small space, do you think that helps with the environment of the storytelling, where it's only 35 people?
Definitely, I think so. It's a very intimate space, and as James said, it's a very warm crowd, and people were sort of packed in there pretty tight. And when you're telling your story, it's a very different experience in the formal theater when you're on a stage and there's 400 seats. This is very small. It feels like a living room almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's a living room, very familial environment, very warm. It's like a holiday with your family. Well, we're assuming you get along with your family. But it is, but that's the nice thing about it is it's an intimate space. And it's not like, if you've been to like an open mic night at a comedy club or something, it can get a little raucous, it can get a little aggressive. This is very chill, very positive, and we want to encourage people to come and to have a good time and kind of set that mood. I feel like as hosts, it's like being hosts of a party. You want everybody to come and have a good time and get something out of it, hopefully.
Do you think it's something that could translate later on to a larger venue?
We've been talking about that.
That depends on them. I mean, if people come out, absolutely. This is again something that the theater is kind of. I don't say it's not test driving it, but they are looking for things to do in that small space. So if people come out and support the show, it could grow beyond that room. Sure, absolutely. But I think at the moment it does. It is the nice thing about it. I like that it's in the small room because it does create that personal, intimate environment, and people, can kind of relax and hang out. Like Lori said, you can get the bars open, you can get drinks and if you want snacks.
Yeah. And they have a great little concession area too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Can you guys give us one more time the dates and times of everything, if you would, just for the viewers at home?
Sure. The 25-26 season of Foxtales starts next Thursday or last Thursday on September 25th and runs from September to May at this point. The shows are once a month, Thursdays, 7 o'clock. And I would just encourage everyone, if they have questions, if they want to seek out more information, go to the theater's website. There's a Foxtales tab at the website. And again, the website is mrpac.art. Mrpac.art.
One other thing I forgot to mention was that Jared Craig, who's a professional actor, has offered to coach storytellers who might be a little bit nervous and want some coaching, and I took him up on that offer, and so did my sister. So he will hear you. You can either do a Zoom or a phone call with him or meet in person, go over your story, ask him what he thinks. He gave me some really good guidance. We also have some resources about like how to tell your stories, some tricks and hints available for people who, I think for the most part, people who do this have never done it before, so might be a little apprehensive, but Jared's awesome and has agreed to offer to keep doing that for people who might be interested.
Okay.
So that makes it feel a little bit easier, I think.
Which is the joy of the event too, is it's like, I know it can seem like, oh, I don't like, public speaking, I don't like talking in front of a crowd. I'm not the crazy uncle at Christmas that tells the stories. But, hopefully people do feel comfortable coming out and they take a chance on it and they give it a try, and I think they'll have a good time.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to tell us about the event, or just to come see it?
Come check it out.
Yeah, we're looking for storytellers right now. So again, the email address is on the website. Drop us an email if you have questions. You can drop us an email. But I highly encourage people to, if you're interested in telling a story or you have a story that's in the 5 to 7 minute range and fits one of the themes, roughly, email us now. We want to sign up people now. And if you want to just see a show, come check out a show. Put it on the calendar, grab a ticket, come see it.
Get a babysitter.
Get a babysitter. It's only an hour and a half. I think it's $10 for a ticket.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, Lori, James, thank you guys so much for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And again, I'm your host, Tim Green, and this has been Around Foxborough. You can see all of our content at fcatv.org. Thank you so much.